Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Emily Albee, who is our studio manager here at Wesleyan Potters, and she is going to tell us today about the different kinds of clay that we have here at the pottery, and so you can learn more about that. Take it away, Emily.
All right. Hi, everyone. So here at Wesleyan Potters, we use Laguna clays. We get them from the Rusty Kiln, and I have them arranged for you from dark to light, and then to dark again. So I'll start down here. This is clay number 950. It's a dark brown stoneware. It has a lot of grog in it. It was technically formulated for large wheel throwing pieces, so making large ongi pots or tall vases. We use it primarily as a hand building clay body because of all the grog that it has in it. It does really well for making large sculptures.
And what's grog, Emily?
Grog is already fired clay that has been ground down into different size pieces and then mixed into the clay. It's sort of like sand, not exactly, because it is fired clay, but it's mixed into the clay to help add stability for throwing large, or to help reduce the amount of shrinking that the clay has, because since the grog is already fired, it won't shrink anymore.
Ah, okay, thanks.
You're welcome. So that's number 950, that's our dark brown clay. 900 right here is our standard brown stoneware. This clay is great for the beginning potter, it's great for the production potter, it has grog in it, it's easy to throw with, it doesn't throw any curveballs at you, it comes out a nice deep brown in reduction. You get some beautiful iron spotting with certain glazes in it. It's an all-around good clay body. After that is the white stoneware. I believe this is number 510. Also a great throwing clay body. It has finer grog in it than the brown stoneware. Coarse grog, fine grog. It's a little more plastic. It gives you a nice cool white clay when fully fired, and it shows your glazes a little more cleanly. After that, our B Mix 10. This is a porcelaneous stoneware, so it's not a true porcelain, but it does throw like one. It comes out a creamy white. It's very smooth, no grog whatsoever. This is for as you're working towards being a more advanced potter and you're working your way up towards working with porcelain, start with the B-Mix. After that, porcelain, everyone's favorite. It's a beautiful, clean, white clay body. It has the most shrinkage out of all of them, but it gets the most vitrified as well. If it's really thin, it can go translucent, which is a pretty cool effect. It is the trickiest to throw with. Porcelain has a really strong memory, so if you do, you know, if you pull the clay one way and then you decide you want to go back the other way, it might not let you do that. Definitely worth trying out if you've never used it before. It shows the glazes in the nicest light.
Now, if you could just explain what vitrified means.
Yeah, so vitrified means that it's the level to which the clay has formed glass, and a fully vitrified form is more glass-like than a less vitrified form. It's the pores in the clay close up more tightly than, say, this 950 stoneware.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Last on our list is our recycled clay, which is, for the most part, the scraps of all of these clays over here. We process them, dry them out, break them down, put them through our pug mill twice, and spit them back out and bag them up for you to reuse. So that way we're not wasting all of our scrap clay.
So what can you use scrap clay for?
You can use scrap clay for anything. It's a great hand building clay. It's great on the wheel. It comes out of buff tan color usually. All of these clays, including the recycled, goes to cone 10. It can handle reduction. It could even go in a wood kiln.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now I know here at the pottery we only use our own clay. Why is that?
Well, we only use the clay that we sell here because we are a cone 10 reduction studio. So it's really a safety measure to make sure that there's no low fire clay bodies sneaking into the studio and accidentally making their way into a cone 10 firing, because what that would mean is catastrophe. The piece would melt all over the shelves. It would take out other students' pots, potentially ruining shelves and posts. So for that reason, we have a strict rule that you can only use the clay that we sell here. But we have so many great clay bodies to choose from.
Yes, we do. Well, thank you, Emily.
You're very
Albee,
welcome.
studio manager at Wesleyan Potters.
No problem.